as well, and it's really dancing. Sorry about that. Yeah, so one of the things that I'm kind of a bit like, why aren't you using video on social media? You know, and I mean, particularly now, more than ever, I think you're going to have this, but I mean, people are using social media more than anything now. I expect if you look at your phone screen time, if it comes and tells you how much you're looking at your phone, you're probably looking at a lot more. So I think this is a great opportunity for you to start doing that, basically. Marissa, like you were saying with your dancing at the dance studio, you know, you could be doing funny content where you're sending, you know, well, maybe not funny, but of videos of people dancing for your studio. But so it just doesn't seem as if your kind of business is disappearing. You know, just keep your presence really aware about that. There was another one. The purple barns as well. I've been seeing loads and loads of social media video content of people in care homes at the moment. I saw one video where they'd got the patients, they'd made them play Hungry Hippos. Do you remember that game? And they'd got all the, they've got these like plastic boxes with different people in the care home, and they're pushing them back and forward with loads of balls all over the floor. And it's stuff like this where you're using kind of the fact that everyone wants to make sure that the elderly are okay, you know, right now more than ever. So it's quite nice, I think, in that sense that you're seeing all this kind of content. So yeah, is there anyone, oh, and Jodie as well, sorry. I mean, with your stuff, that would be fantastic. You know, if you're actually getting someone's hair prepped when they're for their wedding and stuff like that, if you could just film that, get them to do an introduction about themselves and put that up on Instagram.
Yeah. It's a bit difficult at the moment. I can't be within 2 meters of.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, have you got photos that you've done in the past or anything like that?
Yeah, I've got plenty of photos, and what I am going to do is do some looks whilst I'm off. I'll do some looks on my little dolly head and video that, and just be putting some of the things on. I'm trying to give clients some training at home, sort of how to cut their own fringe.
Oh, nice.
And maybe a blow dry, you know, so something. So I'll try and do some videos that way.
Yeah, nice. So that's one of the things that I think is really important with social media and video now, is it almost seems strange that someone wouldn't have social media and be producing video content for their business like that. My parents, for example, sell Jaguar and Land Rover car parts, and they've just got this, you know, tiny little shed. It's all pretty much online. And years ago, someone came to their office and thought, oh, I was like, what's this? It's a little shed. From the website, I kind of got the impression that it was this great big, you know, grand showroom. So you've got the opportunity to kind of twist the truth a little, maybe. And but one of the things that I've been doing for them is where they always had these like little bits, you know, Jaguar toolkits or Jaguar caps that they could never ever sell or get rid of. So I just quickly made these short little videos of just saying, you know, we've got these available now like this. And we started putting those out on Instagram. And again, at first they were a bit like, you know, why? You know, which is exactly what you guys are asking. And it's just about having that presence there. And then we noticed within a matter of months, it was almost they were exposing Jaguar to a younger audience. You know, so it was as if they kind of almost changed their target audience in some ways and made a brand that they didn't think was, you know, they always thought it was going to be for like people who collect, you know, or are doing up their cars, but it's actually, they changed it a bit because now all these people think that it's kind of like very young, fun, lively company. One of the things that they've been doing since the virus spread is they just want to make sure that people still know they're working and that they're shipping internationally still. So if they ship to Finland, they, you know, they'll film themselves singing the Monty Python song, Finland, 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 like this, just so it just seems fun, it's active and it's lively.
I think,
and it seems to work. It really seems to work. People seem to be really, really loving it, because all their competitors don't do anything like this, and I think it just has kept all their competitors all back in the dark age, really. So I think it comes down to being more open. You know, you come across as a lot more open and honest by doing it. One of the things that Lydia and I have spoken about before was, I think by having a big promo video on your website, I think, Alan, did you say you've just had one done?
So yeah, basically we had a huge inflatable fun day last year. I've got a video in to record it all. They made me a video, it's about a minute long, I think. So ideally it was ready to promote to corporate clients this year.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it's all ready to go, but I just want to know what format or how best to target the corporate market rather than your everyday sort of people with it.
Okay, sure. All right. Well, let me quickly get back to you on that. I just wanted to say something else where you've got the big promo that you're sending out to people, just to stick on the social media side of stuff quickly. I think what I found with my family's business was they love that kind of friendly, simple, open and honest kind of way of it. So it's almost like, sometimes now if it's too polished on social media, it doesn't seem right. So it's actually funner in some ways when you're actually learning how to do it, and you are a bit like, I don't know how to do this, but you're doing it because it just connects to people. It really connects to people.
Alka, what were you going to say?
Yeah, I've got a question. One was about the quality. Having in mind that we are working with the funeral sector.
Yes.
And people who want to work in the funeral sector. And we've got two totally different client groups. The one are the students who want to be celebrants. And then on the other hand, we have people who want to open up or are already working in the funeral industry. So a bit more traditional and straight-laced ones. So about the quality, and also what is the optimal length for a video on Facebook and on the website? Okay,
cool. Right. Sorry, Alan, I haven't abandoned your question.
Sorry if I barged in. I'm so sorry.
No, don't worry.
It's the German towel.
It's nice to hear all this, so it's good. So with video length on social media, Instagram allows you to go up to 60 seconds. You can now get something called IGTV as well, which is Instagram TV, which allows you to go.
Yeah, we don't use Instagram, and I don't think Instagram, correct me Lydia if I'm wrong, but it's not our platform. So it's more at the moment Facebook and the website.
Yeah, and the thing is, different platforms need different things, don't they, Joel?
That's fine.
Generically, what would you say your video length would recommend the video length to be on social media? That would get the, capture the audience and what you want.
I personally never go more than a minute.
Okay.
Well, depending on the content, but if it's kind of like just social media kind of marketing, saying who you are, I wouldn't go over a minute. Mm-hmm. Just for attention spans. And there's so much, so many people post so much stuff. I think. Yeah,
it's a quick and dirty.
Yeah, just quick. People can scroll down. Not necessarily. It's an interesting where you don't even need sound. Sorry, Rob, go on.
I've found when I put a video on YouTube, not YouTube, Facebook or Twitter, it automatically cuts it down. Instagram cut it down, and Twitter cut it down, and they cut it down to either 45 seconds or a minute. Yeah. And then it saves, that video then saves in my album, my photos on my iPad or my phone, and you can keep using that video and keep posting the same video because it's already been cut down. And instead of, when Twitter it takes a while to cut it down and prepare and all that. It's then instant then. So you'll find it in your the photos section of your iPhone or phone or tablet, and it's in the it's already cut down. It may be black as well, because if it starts off black and then fades in or whatever, it may be blacks, but you've got to find the video, and then you know where it is, and you can paste that video then onto Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or Pinterest. I've done it a couple of times now on the video. So instead of you editing the video, it'll do it automatically. And it will give you a start and end point of that minute as well, so you can adjust your video. I've done it right at the start and just let it run for a minute, but you can also, if you want a section of minute out of a 15-minute video, you can move it, you can scroll it across, and it'll take just that section out and put it in.
So this is an interesting point Rob makes, where a couple of years ago I was hired to make 2 promo videos for two pubs, 2 gastro pubs, and I, did the work, did it all, and then after a while I noticed they didn't actually use what they'd actually hired me to do originally. What I noticed, they were doing what Rob was doing, and they were just actually they decided to just use snippets of these 2 3-minute films and kind of just pumped it out more as social media content, as opposed to like the business promo video that Alan's kind of talking about doing. To quality wise, again, depending on the kind of content that you're trying to put out, and also I guess the tone, really, where you probably don't want to be doing really fun, happy
Well,
when it comes
well,
to funeral
it's
stuff.
a celebration as well, so that
Celebration of life,
it's so, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
What's your website, so I could take a look at it?
Greenfuse.co.uk.
What was that again, sorry?
Greenfuse.co.uk. But we are reworking the website at the moment.
Okay,
Got
cool.
someone working on it.
Yeah.
So that's the ideal time.
Yeah, I'll take a look and see, if there's any kind of ideas that you could do, and I'll
Great.
drop them a note.
Thank you.
Alan, about you kind of trying to target your corporate people, where you've got this promo video. How long is it?
It's a minute long.
A minute?
Yeah.
Perfect. Great. Yeah. So I just start pumping that out on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram if you can. And do any of your clients, and LinkedIn, of course, would be a great one for you if you're pumping out. Working for some corporate companies, I always think a lot of the time when they're looking for kind of event stuff, they just go off what someone recommends or what someone's heard. So I think LinkedIn would be a great opportunity for you to start pumping out to corporate events, stuff like that. I know you can't do it right now because of the virus, but maybe in the future as well.
That's it.
If you're at an event, you're doing it, film, some shots on your phone, even get one of your clients, say if, Eon or NPower or something like that, grab someone and, just film them a quick little testimony of how the day is going and, what you guys do. And so that'd be really lovely to post up as well.
Cool.
And I think with customer testimonials like that, again, just filming them on your phone, the quality like that is just great now, because, the thing you can do is you can film that immediately and you can share that immediately as well.
Yeah, and just as a bit of an input with that, Riviera Mortgages, they did 6 testimonial videos the end of last year. And what they did was invited their clients in to do a bit of an evening about it, teas and cake, and then went into a room and did a bit of a video, and it was really good. It created a really good environment, not just on the video side. The videos are really nice and they come across as normal, not professionally produced, but nicely produced, but it created a good feel with the clients. It was brilliant.
I attended a like a small film festival last year, and one of the things they'd asked for about was feedback about, you know, not necessarily how the event was run, but all the kind of marketing afterwards. And I just said, it felt like, I think you've got the opportunity there to make it seem as if you don't have to attend it. So one of the things that I'd suggested to them was kind of, you know, again, when people are coming out of the film festival or different films, you know, just get the camera up, ask them how it was, and share those like this, because you used to see that, I think, when they used to come out of, well, not premieres, but, you know, films like Fight Club or something like that. You know, they'd be like, what did you think of the film? And all the guys were like, oh, it was brilliant, you know, and all the girls would just go, oh, it was horrible and stuff like this. You know, and now you can just put all that content straight out there straight away. So I think with an event business like that, I'd certainly be trying to do stuff like that. Also, another thing that I'm starting to do for myself and my business, I'm going to start doing a quarterly video to all my clients that I've worked with, just to kind of, I like the idea of it being kind of just a homegrown business. And then, you know, over time, it'll be like me telling my story about whether well, I hope it becomes more successful. But so, you know, month one, I'll be like, hey guys, you know, and I'll choose like a location that kind of represents me and the business side of it. And then it'll be like, hey guys, how's it going? You know, I'm really excited, just started doing this. We've been working with these guys. We've been tried doing this with these people. It's been really, really exciting. And then in 3 months' time, the next one will go out, and it'll just almost be like the progression of how the business has gone. So I think that's another thing, kind of people seeing that kind of homegrown idea about that. And I think on all your websites, you can probably put kind of, you know, a subscribing mail list now as well. I know you certainly can on Squarespace. So yeah, they're all things that are worth doing.
I think it's also, that's something to consider as well, Joel, isn't it? Is you don't have to be thinking about immediate, like you were saying about your video, about, you can think that you'll be using them like all the time and looking back, and you can use them as throwback Thursdays. You can use them a lot more just that one time, can't you?
Yes. Yeah, totally. Another thing, actually, to go back to what when we were talking about how long they should be. Another thing with that I've noticed is, so someone asked years ago, it's like, how do you know so much about this? And I was kind of like, well, you know, we do it ourselves every day by using Facebook and Twitter and stuff. And essentially you're accidentally creating your own brand about yourself. So when it comes to actually doing it about your business, you just got to think about that a little bit more. So, and one of the things I always notice is lots of video content on social media platforms generally don't have sound on immediately. You know, I think on Instagram you need to actually click on the video if you want sound to come up immediately. Same with Facebook. So another thing that's always quite good is just to do kind of short little animated infographics and stuff like that as well, where you can put, you know, statistics of, you know, when your next comic book's coming out, you know, how many people have come to your dance school, you know, how many weddings you've got coming up, Jodie, and stuff like that. And so you don't actually need to worry about the sound. You can just have these like, you know, it's all quite fun, and it's fast and it grabs people's attention. So yeah.
So could you just go back over how you would do that? You're talking about photos.
You could use photos, or you can just actually, you know, you can have some, you know, do it with words.
Yeah, but if you're doing it with words and kind of moving, sorry, I just don't quite get what you're saying.
So you could,
when you video.
Yeah, so it just almost be like an animation, really. So you're just having animated words coming up on the screen explaining, you know,
right, when
your next books are coming out and stuff like this, or how many books you've published and stuff like this.
So Joel, just because, how would you create that?
Well, I can create those. on pitch. I expect on a lot of your computers you'll have stuff like Windows Movie Maker or iMovie.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to use those programs to be able to do those.
Right. Okay. iMovie.
You can
I
use
don't use that at all for videos at the moment.
Oh, yeah, have a little play around with it, and there's loads and loads of tutorials on YouTube that will be able to
Okay, that's good.
basic way. But again, with something like yours, you know, it'd be quite, you could do yours in is it Comic Sans font and stuff like that,
Yeah.
so it's kind of a bit more relevant to your company, your brand and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely have a look at iMovie.
Also, guys, there's also, which I'm doing next week, is Canva, and Canva.
What is that?
Canva, C-A-N-V-A.
Vaguely remember that.
Can you see that? I don't know if it's coming through. You can go on the App Store and get a thing called Ripple, R-I-P-L, and that will create social media video.
Yeah.
And we'll manipulate your photographs and things like that. I've used it a couple of times. It's quite easy to use.
And what do you think to that, Joel? Ripple as an option?
I've not actually used Ripple.
Is there any that you have used that you'd recommend?
I haven't used any social media apps. I've always just gone straight in from all my editing software that I've used for years. So yeah. I know that there is one, Premium Rush, which is a good one. But that's, you know, that's for quick, fast video, and that comes under the Adobe umbrella. So they also do Photoshop and stuff like that, and which you can order. You can get all of those for your phone as well. And I think with Photoshop and Rush, you can get a basic free version as well.
Yes. So just going back quickly, just sorry to interrupt you, Joel. So Canva have just introduced it too. So for simple stuff, not Joel's sort of, if you want it professionally done, but for simple things, Canva have brought it in. And Canva's good because you can pick your image sizes. You can do it for Facebook, Instagram. It will do the right image sizes for your platform that you want to use it on. I'm looking at that next week. That's in one of my sessions next week, so we can run through that.
Jodie, I thought with your business as well, with those little editing software things, if you have got past photos of clients, you could, you know, just put those photos into an order and you can then make it so it's like a video slideshow as well.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Also with Instagram as well, you can upload 10 photos at a time, so it kind of creates an album of sorts.
Okay.
Which is quite popular.
Yeah.
And something that I think that'd be quite good, what would be quite fun to see from your business point of view is kind of, you know, the first step to the final one. So then people are just swiping along to kind of see that story. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, can I ask another question about sound?
Yes.
Yeah. So if we are doing the kind of, we're doing it on the phone or we're doing it on the move, you've got your background sounds, which can sometimes be really annoying. So how do I filter them out? Would I do filter them out, or shall I just make a feature out of it and, like everybody, like what you hear on Radio 4 now, listen to your silence? Or
well, I almost acknowledge that the sound's there, kind of, to avoid it seeming like it's a mistake. You could do that, or you
it's just because it's very windy, and I was just thinking, okay, I could take an urn, go to the moors, and have a thought, have a walk, have a whatever it is.
Yeah, sure.
But there's so much sound. So
much sound. So you can buy phone microphones. Off you can get them on Amazon, eBay, £15. You can get a pretty good one. Just if you're going to be doing outside stuff, just make sure you can get kind of like a muffler as well.
Yeah, okay.
And just make sure you get a microphone that's longer than 2 meters.
Longer than 2 meters.
Yeah, I've seen, because in the part, for some reason you can just make sure it's long. Some people do sell them for some reason, but the cable's about that long. And you see these videos where someone's clipped the microphone onto them and they're like, so make it look like it's a
we
bit
bought
more.
this one last week. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's what we bought last week, and that's got, I think, about 3 or 4 meters, so it works perfectly adequately. It's called a Guy. Well, I'll spell it for you. GYVAZLA microphone, and we just bought that off Amazon.
Thank you.
Cool.
And
Thank you.
that's your little microphone bit that you get. Oops, have to go that way. That's your little microphone bit, and then that just plugs into your iPhone or your iPad.
Great.
Just spell that again, Jackie. GYV.
Yeah, so Golf, Yankee, Victor, Alpha, Zulu, Lima, Alpha microphone.
And if you are, clip it about there, kind of chest level rather than up here, because sometimes it will scratch on your collar or something like that, and then it's a real pain to edit that out.
Like hints and tips would you advise
for filming like that? Don't film in front of a bright window. You know, try it so you don't silhouette yourself. Kind of like I've done. One of the things I've always say for, like, if you're office based, just try and do it in a quiet space. But you know, that's not always going to be the case. So if you've got a microphone and a muffler, that will always be handy. Give yourself a split second before you start and when you finish, still looking at the camera. So many people that I've filmed in the past, when they're trying to get their sentence out and they can't do it, and they repeat it, and then they just keep going into the or when they finish, and it's just like, and thank you very much, and you can't do anything about it because it's being filmed. So just give yourself a second, start, finish.
Also, for filming people that aren't used to being in front of a camera, and that's quite a few people, you need to go through it quite a few times. So by the third time, you've got it down to a T. You're saying everything, it's coming out of your mouth, it's very free and easy. The first time you do it, it's very stilted and you're very nervous. By the third time, you'll be fine. So just keep doing it is my advice, which Joel always makes us do. Yeah.
So I personally used to find it very, very difficult being on camera. I used to hate it, and when I started having to film myself doing stuff, I was just, it's awful, but I think it's just you get over yourself, really, and just crack on with it, because like I said at the beginning, I kind of, it's there, it's free marketing, it's how the world is now,
especially at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, also, one thing that's great about right now is if you do go on Twitter and Facebook, LinkedIn, people are being so creative with video content because they're all in isolation. Find ideas, copy people. Like I said about the purple balm, I'm not sure what. It got loads and loads of traction. Everyone seemed to love it, but all the carers getting people to play Hungry Hippos. I mean, I'm not sure if you should do that, but it was brilliant, and people are thinking about it afterwards. Another thing I saw in a care home was they were getting all the patients up dancing and stuff like this, and then a care home in Wales has been getting a lot of viral traction because they got a lot of them singing Welsh choirs and stuff like this, and it's just pumping all this information about businesses out. So just go through them and look for fun ideas and see how you can adapt it to your business.
Shane, you were the one that was asking about video last time. Did you have any specific ideas for what you wanted your video to look like?
Yeah, I do. So I've just invested in some fogging machines used to disinfect rooms and offices.
Okay.
And I want to make a promotional video to show what we can do to sell the service, basically, which is going to be in high demand when workforces start returning to office blocks, business blocks. Yeah, so I'm just looking for some ideas on the best way of kind of, obviously with it being a relatively shortish clip, to capture the imagination, just some ideas on the best way to edit it, really. But it's because I'm a service, obviously, I know a lot of you guys sell products.
Yeah.
I obviously sell a service, which is commercial cleaning. So that's an array of, you know, carpet cleaning, office cleaning, various different types of cleaning services in facilities management. So my type of videos are more promotional, really, and kind of trying to show off some of the work we've done or what we can do.
Do you use any social media at the moment?
Yeah, so Facebook page we have going. I set up an Instagram, which I put a few kind of videos on of, like, you know, it's all like quite basic stuff of us grinding floors and that kind of thing, but it all looks rather unprofessional. But I haven't really plugged the social media side of things, I've got to be honest, and that's obviously why I'm on these kind of seminars, really, to get some ideas.
Yeah, sure. What's your website?
Okay, so it's Lily White, all one word, Lily White, Facilities Management.
Okay. Like, have you thought about doing stuff where you could do kind of how-to, like cleaning tips?
I've certainly thought about it. Yeah. I see I look at a lot of competitors' websites and the kind of things they're doing, and a lot of it is along those lines. Sometimes they'll kind of rip off other videos from YouTube. You know, it's not even directly linked to their company. They're just putting information out there, and they're just being seen to be proactive, as if they know what they're talking about. So, but it's it's something I need to interact with a lot more, because you know, it's not, we don't have a product to sell as such. You know, I can't show a comic or it's a service.
Yeah, sorry, I think one thing for you then would be to kind of get that kind of online presence a little bit. And I think the key to do that would probably be doing these like fun little, you know, how-to videos. I know you're doing like big office kind of deep cleans, but I mean, right now, I don't think I've ever cleaned so much in my whole life in the last 2 weeks. I'm just doing everything. But you know, I was thinking actually would be like, it's almost because I think you feel like you've got the time to do that extra little bit. So you could follow it. Like, if there's any little things that you always find that people don't do as much as they should, you know, like, I know you vacuum the room, but do people ever follow right around the edges afterwards or something like that? So you could do like, you know, don't forget to, or stuff like that.
Exactly that, and the type of business we're in, we don't do domestic cleanings, we don't go into people's houses or anything like that. It's purely commercial cleaning. So it's trying to, you know, it's a bit savage in a way, but you're trying to play on people's fears a little bit in this moment of time. So, like I say, I've invested in some fogging machines, which are fine spray disinfectants. So you basically just spray around the rooms, and it's something that's going to be quite kicking off a lot over the next few weeks when people start returning to work. So specifically at the moment, I want to put together a promotional video for that. But I'm not, like I say, I'm not completely not tech savvy. You know, I can generally get by, but I don't want to put something out there that looks like dog and duck, if you know what I mean. I want sure. Relatively, you know, professional looking, should we say?
Are you working at the moment? Are people hiring you to go to offices or anything?
We've pretty much stood down 85% of the staff. So quite a bit of my work is subcontracted. When I say it's subcontracted, they're actually self-employed cleaners, so I technically subcontract the work to them. It's just the way my business model is. I don't employ anybody directly. Well, I'll tell a lie, I've got a couple of people employed directly, but pretty much everything's been stood down because offices have obviously cleared out. So we've just agreed to suspend all services, really. But we are doing a lot of reactionary deep cleans and stuff, where people are just ringing in and they want deep cleans done of the premises. And we do a lot of work in the private sector for Andrews, estate agents and places like that. So we do a lot of end of tenancy cleaning and things.
Okay, cool.
Just keep us going.
I think it's exciting what you can do, Shane. I think it's so exciting. And when you were talking about a fog machine or a spray thing, I just saw theatre coming up one, and kind of, I don't know, you remember when concerts start and your force can come in, and then you can go to the smaller bit. Someone just
I've got
very
some really
carefully
exciting machinery if you want to see it.
I'm getting carried away.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I've got a scrubber car with lights on. It's amazing.
It's just great. And then your ballet with all your cleaners every Friday, and it's just brilliant.
Right, you're hired during the next video.
And just on that note, Shane, I know we started off this saying it doesn't matter about your video quality, so to speak. Actually, where you're concerned, the video quality has got to be top, hasn't it? It's got to be look good for the clients that you're targeting.
Yeah.
You know, it cannot be a shift with movie makeup, really. It's got to be something that looks good.
Yeah, particularly we service quite a few CQC registered premises, which obviously, you know, come under the Quality Care Commission. So we need to make sure that things are done properly. So it's, you know, it pays not to look like rag-ass rovers in the cleaning industry, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Okay. And has anybody got any questions?
I've got a YouTube channel, and I'm just wondering how I can promote my YouTube channel on social media.
Okay. So, how many followers have you got at the moment, Rob?
On YouTube?
Yeah.
About 3.
Okay. And how many videos have you got on there?
2. There's a video we've narrated and put to music our ebooks. They've been put to music and we've narrated them so people can watch them on YouTube for free.
Okay.
We just want, I just need to push people to either YouTube to watch them and then go and buy the ebook, or it's just another outlet for us to promote, but it's just getting to promote them. I don't know. I don't know how to promote them really.
Okay. Briefly, just briefly, have you put the tags in?
I don't know what tags are.
Okay. Are they on your website?
No, they're not at the moment. No.
Okay.
I haven't put them on the website. I've just put them on the YouTube channel. I don't know how to. I suppose I've got to put a link. I haven't done it yet, but I've got to put a link from the website to the YouTube channel, or vice versa. There's a link to the website on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But not the other way around.
So you can embed videos into your website.
Right.
If you have blog posts, you can put them in there, or you could have your own media page.
Right.
A separate page. The other thing, obviously, is you share the YouTube link on Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah.
But do it as more of a what you're offering at the moment, because it's got to be current and get people to go and visit it, and that's how they can view it for free.
Yeah.
And
okay.
Put your YouTube page link in your bio of your Instagram if you can.
Okay.
Because that's the only place that you can directly click on Instagram through to another page.
Yeah.
Okay. So put the. Okay. Can that go on Facebook as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Put them on Facebook.
Okay. And on Twitter too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rob, you've missed our Facebook and LinkedIn session, but tomorrow.
Yeah, I missed that because I didn't know how to. Like today, I've worked out how to do this Zoom thing, but yesterday I was just I couldn't work it out how to do it. I really wanted to do the Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter and everything. I'm desperate to learn how to social media market.
Yeah.
I just can't do it. I'm just rubbish at it.
Okay, so tomorrow is Instagram.
Oh, brilliant. Okay.
Friday is Twitter.
Okay.
But I am redoing the Facebook one next week.
Excellent.
So worry too much. I'm going to read Facebook because it's just trying to, even if you, it's just trying to come up with ideas as well. It's not, I don't want it to just be a, this is what you should do sort of thing. I want it that we sort of get a bit of a weekly chat going, what's working for people, what's not working for people, so we can sort of learn and as we go, because we're all learning, and especially at the moment, like every day I learn something new from it. So yeah, so you're more than welcome. Just come in. It's the same meeting ID. Just log in.
Brilliant. Okay, fantastic.
Sorry. Any other questions?
No, I haven't got any, Lydia, but I just wanted to say thank you very much for putting this on, and thank you, Joel, for your time. A lot of my questions have already been asked by other people and answered, so thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Could you see on the side, there's a chat bit?
Yeah.
Or, could you write your email, could you write your websites for me so I can take a look at them, please?
Where's the bit?
Oh, sorry, down at the bottom, there's a bit that says chat.
Down bottom, I've got Rob's iPhone.
Oh.
I don't know what that means.
If you hover at the bottom, the bar should come up. Just hover your mouse at the bottom.
Joe and Jodie, yes, thank you.
Can't see it.
Yeah.
No.
Can you see a bit that says participants, invite, share screen, anything like that? Record?
No.
Yeah, it's come up now. Send to everyone.
Sorry, I don't understand where it is.
Don't worry. What you can tell me your email address, your website.
Okay, my email address is www.comics, comics.co.uk.
Okay, perfect. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anything else that people were thinking with the video that we haven't covered? You think we're all good?
I think we're all good, but I can tell you something funny. So when Joel was saying earlier about one of the best bits of advice, I mean, he's given a lot of good advice today, is take a pause at the beginning and take a pause at the end. Because the other day we were doing a video for one of our clients, and I think it was about 5 minutes 17, because we needed to go into the detail of what the plan was. And then I did exactly that. So the video finished with me just moving my head rather than finishing properly. So it's wise words, my friend.
It's also how fast we speak. Just coming, I think that we should really test out, because when I'm nervous, I talk really, really fast, and I use my hands and all of that. So really working in front of the mirror beforehand, tell yourself or whatever kind of the theatre stuff. So
I think the key is just try and be yourself. Don't make it look like you're being held at gunpoint either.
We all see those.
Also, actually, another tip, try and film so you're at eye level to the camera.
And don't put your finger in front of the camera. Hello.
So just a little story on that. I've got horses, and so I used to buy and sell horses, and we had this really bit naughty horse, and get the day that it was behaving to do a video, I got it. So I rang my dad and I said, "Come on, can you come and video this horse? It's got to show jumping around a course." And first time, knocked every fence down. Second time, it went to try and jump the gate out. You know, it was being a right nightmare. And then he's like, "Oh no, what about that?" And I'm like, no, not good enough, not good enough. And then I did this course, and it went absolutely perfect. I thought, oh, thank God for that. And then I went and watched the video back, and my dad had his thumb over the whole.
Oh, no.
I was mortified. Could have cried. The only thing we haven't covered today is for businesses that are looking to go online for their services, like Marissa with the dancing, like live streaming. Yeah, and I think that's going to have to be a separate, because it's a separate sort of thing, isn't it? I think maybe we have to look at that next week, and it's going to have to be a little bit maybe not structured, just have a chat and see what people need and see if we can advise accordingly. Because that's slightly different, isn't it? It's slightly
live streaming's a funny one. You can live stream. You can set up like a Facebook live, or you can do a YouTube live now. I sometimes use this website Bidvine to get the odd editing job or filming job, and I've recently, since the COVID-19 situation, I've been asked to live stream funerals. So people have started doing that, so I think live streaming is something, but that's something that you might have to deep a bit diver into doing that.
So not to go off, but just having a chat with you guys for next week, because I'm trying to think ahead and get organised. So I've got basically, I'm just going to call it like social media images and creating content. So I'm just going to use Canva, not only because that's what I know is very straightforward to use. I know I've been using it for years. So Canva is going to be one session. The other one was going to be Yoast, search engine optimization.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how to do that either.
Yeah, that's fine. Search at Canva, another Facebook one. Do you think next Wednesday, because so Rob, just so you know, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday and Fridays a 30-minute session, and then a Wednesday hour session. For the hour session, shall I do that about websites and SEO then? Website content and SEO?
Yeah.
Canva, Facebook, what else do we want to do next week?
That's it. Just anything social media.
Yeah.
I think some things that came up today was about, having that chat sort of thing. If there's anything where it's not actually selling the product, because some of my products seem to be going apeshit. I think Amazon will be the only thing surviving out of bookshops. But, how we do a chat thing and get people that's just not really promoting any or selling any particular thing, but just promoting your whole sort of industry or something like that.
Okay, so we could just do, so that would be just your marketing content, wouldn't it? Just marketing content.
Yeah, but doing it in this isn't specific because I actually haven't got bugger all anymore. They don't seem to be turning up. Or how to keep things going when you're limited about what you can actually get out there.
Yeah. Sorry, just to interrupt. And the other thing was emails. Has everybody got MailChimp?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. I will.
You do that, Lydia, so I don't have to worry.
Yeah, so MailChimp is great. You get up to 2,000 contacts free. You can design really nice emails. You can send them to all your contacts as long as you're GDPR compliant, which is the big thing. You also see who opens, who clicks through to those links that you've put on the email, and obviously if you want to do the sales, you can follow that up. They also do landing pages now on MailChimp. You can create landing pages, which is quite good at the moment. Say you wanted to test what Joel was saying about doing some video content, you could put the video on the landing page, so rather than putting it on your website, and just post that landing page on social media and see what the engagement's like, and you can ask people to comment and react. But I'll go through that with you, quite a good one, I think.
Okay.
They also let you create social media posts now. They've just introduced that. So I'll send everybody a link to MailChimp. I'll just do a blanket email to everybody, just so that you can sign up and have a nosy before then. But that probably won't be until Friday anyway, if that's okay.
Brilliant. Thank you, Lydia. Thank you.
Yeah.
Are we 12 o'clock next Wednesday again?
Yes. Any of the other sessions, they're every day. Yes. So big one.
I've put a link in the chat section for telephone tripods as well, so you don't always have to film yourself holding the phone and shaking.
Oh, right.
And a link to my website if you want to get in contact and ask any advice. I'll have a look at all your websites and see what if I've got any ideas that you could do video wise, content wise, and I'll
Thank you, Joel.
Thank you, Joel.
Thank you.
Lydia.
Thanks very much.
Yeah. See you all next week. Bye.
Yes. Bye.